Welcome to the Hey Joe Show, part of the Light Network and also Truth.fm. We are so glad to be back.
Welcome to a brand new season
Take
with
two.
a brand new studio and a brand new look. We're glad to be back with you.
We are so excited. We are excited people.
I tell you what, if it were any more exciting in here, Erin could not contain me. Is that right?
Anyway, we are just super excited to be back for the first episode of the new season. We were trying to remember what season it was, but we've just been so excited we didn't even go back and count. We're happy we've made it this long.
I know. I tell you what, now, in the past seasons that we've gone over, we've had some pretty interesting shows. Now, we've gotten good feedback from the listeners. But last season, some of you who tuned in, you noticed that we had some teenagers that came on the show, and we worked through case studies.
Season.
That's right. So. We wanted to hear from the teenagers, and actually, it turned out to be a wonderful season because we had the opportunity to really get into the teenage mindset. And what I was impressed with by those who came on our show last year is they all really honed in on a biblical worldview, and I really appreciated that. About all of those.
We had some superstar teens, that's for sure.
And so we also, in the seasons past, we've tried to make sure that we had a few neat things. But this year, we actually have quite a few more things beyond just a new studio, a new look. We're actually doing what?
Well, I was going to start with our first brand new thing that some of you may have noticed that I am so super excited about.
Yes.
That's my word of the day. Excited.
Go ahead. Very good. We have another word of the day. That's the way we're starting the season. All right, go ahead.
Words of the day. It reminds me of some others now. Did you all notice our intro video?
Woo! No, we hope you did. Fun. If you missed it, if you're tuning in now, maybe you missed the start of the Hey Joe Show. We have a brand new intro video that will go live every episode. And so when you see that video going, you know the show's already started. And then the great thing is, and this is something I wanted to say, is our YouTube channel. We have a YouTube channel for the Hey Joe Show now. Yes. And we had a major push to get 1,000 subscribers. Elbow bump. That's right. Social distance. Elbow bump.
YouTube channel.
That's right. Now, I want you to check it out at YouTube, but I also want you to understand that we are so grateful that you helped us not just reach 1,000 viewers, you helped us surpass 1,000. I think we're at 2,000, over 2,000 subscribers.
We doubled.
That's right. So we are really appreciative of what you did to help us in that.
And even though we're always appreciative,
Erin will figure it out here in a little bit.
Even though we're always appreciative, if you want to triple or quadruple that amount, we're not going to complain.
That's right. Anything you can do to help us, obviously, to spread that word, we would really appreciate it. So anyhow, check us out on YouTube. Check us out on Facebook. Check us out on, where else are we? Kyle Publications is on Instagram, Twitter.
We're all over.
We're it.
Of course,
right?
Facebook, and
we're on that FaceTube. Let me tell you how cool we are. We're on that FaceTube.
Not only that, we have our own website.
I know, but you can check it out. So here's the deal, though. You didn't sign up tonight for an infomercial, and the cool new studio can only wow them for so long, Erin.
Are you sure?
Here's what I want you to know. Tonight and every night this season, we have a special prize that we are giving away in the, I don't even know if we call it a Wheel of Fortune or Wheel of Unfortunate, if I'm going to borrow a phrase from somebody. Let's call it a Wheel of Fortunate. Can we do that? Wheel of Fortunate. Whoever wins is fortunate.
Okay, Joe, that was so
you like that?
Clever.
All right, here's what we're going to do. Before the show's over tonight, if you're watching live, I want you to comment on the feed. And what Erin is going to do is she's going to pay attention to who has commented on those feeds. And at the appropriate time, we're going to spin the Wheel of Fortunate. And someone will be gifted a prize from Kyle Publications. And it could be you. So make sure you tell everybody it's only based upon who leaves a comment. So if you want to be entered into the Wheel of Fortunate spin, leave a comment. You don't like that, do you?
I don't love it, but
I just was like on the
but I
fly.
love you,
I came up with that. I literally
we'll go with
just
it.
came up with that on
We'll
the
go
fly.
with it.
Sometimes I impress myself. So anyhow, it is good to be
Only
back.
you, Joe, only
And
you.
we're going to go ahead and get started with our topic tonight. You let me know when the appropriate time is for the Wheel of Fortunate. And then what
The
we'll do is we will
time.
spin that. That's right.
Sounds
so
like we're in a church service. At the appropriate time.
at the appropriate time, you will be asked. That's right. So here's what we're going to do tonight and for this season. And I'm very excited about this because just combing through the text. Do what?
Word of the day. You said the word of the day.
Excited. Excited. That's right. Well, here's what the word is. I'm going to give you a definition, and you tell me if you can guess what the theme is, okay? Or maybe not you. Maybe some of our listeners who are listening live can guess what the theme is, okay? So here it is.
Not the theme of the word of the night.
No, it's the theme of the season. The theme of the season. That's right. So here it is. I'm going to give you some synonyms. Okay, we're gonna play this little cool synonym
maybe
game.
You should remind people what a synonym is. They may have been out of school for a while.
It means same as. That's the only way I know that, because you have a synonym and then an antonym, which means not. We're doing the same, the synonyms. So here you go. Here you go. Here you go. The first word is this: chase. Chase. And not like a chase lounge, right? But like you're playing chase.
Okay, so wait, let me make sure I understand this. Okay, so you're giving clues.
I'm giving clues.
And people can guess live online. And the more you guess, the more times you're potentially might win the prize.
In the what?
The Wheel of Fortune.
Boom! Yes, sir. When both of us say it, it's agreed upon. We just had a business meeting. It was awesome. You got to witness the business meeting.
That's how they work.
That's how they work here at Kyle Publications. So anyhow, all right, so the first word is chase. So be watching and see what people say. The next word is follow. Follow. Okay.
Oh, okay. I was going to say that does sound a little bit like an antonym, but no, not necessarily.
No. So here's the other one. Here's the other one. Right. To go after, or you're on the track of something.
Oh, I think we already have.
What? Michaela.
You are not Michaela, our daughter.
Not
either.
our daughter.
Although we would totally take her. She's awesome.
Hey, did you look? I wonder if she looked that up. She probably had her computer out, and she was probably going, Chase.
She's smart.
She probably was doing homework tonight. And the Hey Joe show just came on, and she's like, hey, you know what? I'm going to do a synonym for chase, right? I'm guessing that's exactly what she said. Either way, Michaela,
she's awesome.
You guessed it right on. So here's the deal. The theme for this season, I have got to bring Camden's snare drum down here for you.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
The theme for this season is pursuit. That's right, pursuit.
But since she got it so quickly, maybe you can give some of the other clues.
Yeah, because I'll tell you kind of where we're going with this and where this, in my mind, comes from, right? So the synonyms for pursuit, some of you already know, and you were on the right track. But the idea that really kind of pulls at me tonight is that phrase, to go after, or to be on the track of something or someone. I love what it said. It said to chase implies going swiftly after and trying to overtake something that is, it says fleeing or running, but in our case, I don't believe these are fleeing or running.
You're really going to take the part that you want.
I'm going to take yes, this is the year 2020. I can do that,
yes,
right?
You can.
I mean, we live in interesting times. I can just make it up as I go, right?
That's what I hear.
So the idea is this, to purposely and swiftly, I don't even know if that's a real word, go after something. That's the idea that we're looking at this season. Now, here's what's interesting. I would like to use as an example when you pursued me to win me over to ask for your hand in marriage. Would you kindly tell our audience
Joe, it's
how
2020.
you
Nobody
pursued
says
me?
hand in marriage.
Well, what do they say? Tell me what the cool people say.
I didn't say I'm a cool
What
person,
do the cool
but
kids
I know
say?
They don't say.
I mean, look at me. I have a flat bill hat. I am cool. And a beard, by the way. Which, by the way, if you're liking the beard, I want you to comment tonight. on the Facebook feed and on the YouTube feed when you look at that, and just put hashtag yes for the beard. That's what I'm interested in. Hashtag yes for the beard.
And just so you know, I like the beard. Just, you know, not so scraggly.
All right.
Anyway,
So let's talk about you pursuing me.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
Oh, yes, I forgot we were talking
That's
about
right.
more important
You're
things.
pursuing.
Okay, so I was pursuing
your
you.
pursuit of me. So
in your
you
memory,
actually
which
did.
is not.
No, no. You actually did.
What?
You did. I was in the office of the Nashville School of Preaching in the front room, and I'd shown up that day because I'd just taken a position as a youth minister, and I thought I needed to pursue some education, Bible education, because at that point in time I did not have any Bible education as far as a formal sense, right? And so I'm standing there having a deep spiritual conversation with one of our teachers, one of my mentors, Phil Sanders. We were talking some in-depth spiritual content. I actually do not remember what we were talking about. However,
I'm sure it was
did you not notice me and choose to come back in from the parking lot to talk to me? Yes or no? That's a yes or no question.
That's actually not true. I did not notice you. Somebody else pointed you out. And so I went back in to meet you because I thought you'd be a good fit for a friend of mine. But, we remember stories.
We live in interesting times of rewriting history, do we not? Interesting times. Okay, so hashtag yes for the beard. Just remember that. Hashtag yes for the beard. That's what we're hitting on tonight. So here's the deal. So you did come back in. You did come back in and talk to me, though. Let's be real. You did come back in and talk to me. And at that point in time, I was unaware that you thought maybe I would be a good match for your friend. I didn't know that, right?
Right.
But after that, I enjoyed spending time with you. And it was funny because we were spending time together in a group setting as we would finish up the classes for the night. But then there came a point in time that I said, nope, I'm going to make sure this one doesn't get away.
And
right?
Just in case y'all are wondering, no, this is not a history lesson on how Erin and Joe got married. There is a point to
There is a point to this, although it does.
But I am enjoying this.
Let's just look at each other. That's so romantic. No, the idea behind it was this, though, that when I decided that it was worth, that you were worth pursuing, then I did not want to stop. I didn't want to lose, right? Now, here's the deal. We've got teenagers who watch this. We've got married couples who watch this. We've got single individuals who watch this, and every single person can understand the idea of this. When you make up your mind that can I call you the prize and it not be offensive? That the beautiful rose, can I call you the beautiful bouquet of God's glory wrapped up in
this is getting a little better.
A female body. Is that okay for me to say that? Is that weird that I just crossed the line? Sorry about that. Okay. Anyhow, the idea is this. When you decide it's worth pursuing, then you put everything into it.
Okay.
Right? Now, here's why that's significant. Okay. Here's why that's significant. Hashtag yes for the beard. Here's why that's significant. That's significant because we pursue, we chase, we follow, we go after, we track something, we go after them, the prize, the goal swiftly, because we view that it is valuable. Right? Now, here's the dilemma.
Well, I would like to think I have some value.
Well, of course you have value. Here's the dilemma. The dilemma is this. What if we don't pursue? Then if we don't pursue, that tells us what about the end result?
That it doesn't really mean a lot to us.
It doesn't mean a lot. That's exactly right. You did. Okay. But you do not get to spin for yourself in the wheel of fortunate. That's right. The wheel of fortunate. So here's the deal. Then when you and I think about this concept of pursuing, to unwrap this is quite the endeavor because it implies so much. It implies the way that I view the end result, the way that I view that which is before me. It implies effort. It implies focus. It implies intensity. And I'll tell you what it doesn't imply. It doesn't imply a lackadaisical approach to pursue something that we claim we think is worth it, but in reality, our actions, our focus show that we don't believe that it is, right? Of course I'm right, Joe. That's what you're supposed to. Of course you're right, honey. Of course you're right. So that's what we're going to be talking about this year. Or this season. We're going to be talking about the idea of pursuing. And in the Bible, just doing a quick rundown, right? I'll show you my show notes in case you're ever curious. The show notes that Joe goes with, right?
You're showing your
I'm showing my
your
show
secret.
notes. That's right. Well, in all seriousness, this was just a quick search through God's word on the subject of pursue. And it was quite interesting what I found anyhow. Things like in Psalm 34, verse 14, depart from evil and do good, seek peace and pursue it. We learn in Proverbs 11:19 that there are things that we can pursue that are bad. And we're going to talk about that as well. In other words, when an individual goes after that which is counted as evil in the eyes of God, yet they claim to be a Christian, what does that really say about their pursuit? Now, here's the dilemma, right? Individuals can get wrapped up and caught up in bad things. They can get caught up in sinful lifestyles. And the good news of the gospel is they can repent. They can come back. They don't have to stay away. But when you really look at someone's life pursuit, the dilemma is if that is what I'm pursuing, then that must be what I value. And that's where it's scary and that's where it's disappointing to claim to follow God, yet pursue what is not God honoring. That's scary. That's really scary because at the end of the day, then what that tells you is that you really don't believe what you say you believe. Or at least in that moment that Satan has got his claws on you. And that's scary to me. So we're going to talk about things that we have the option to pursue, but why we shouldn't pursue them. I thought it was quite interesting that when we get down to things like Romans chapter 14, verse 19, 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 11, 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 22, that there is a lot that is within within those texts that show us what we should pursue. Things like righteousness, godliness, faith, love, perseverance, and gentleness. I think it's quite interesting that peace within the Bible is said numerous times. Now, here's another side of this, right? And if you're getting individuals that are commenting hashtag yes for the beard, make sure we do not lose their name. Okay, that's very, very important.
Yeah, I'll make sure of that.
But here's what it's interesting is then that I've got to put forth effort in this game, right? I've got to put forth a desire to grow. And the reason I firmly believe that the scriptures tell us to pursue such things is because if it just came to us naturally, if it was one of those things that kind of like, some people, and I don't want to say me, but maybe me at times, believes that I can lose weight by sitting on the couch and never getting up and exercising. The reality is this: if that's our approach to spiritual growth, that we can sit on the couch and never get up and pursue or never get up. It's interesting. Even in the Bible, at times it talks about kind of going to the gym. Spiritually, you and I go into the gym. But if we don't purpose to go after these things, if we don't purpose to go after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, perseverance, gentleness, peace, if we don't purpose that, then it's like a student. And maybe some of you teens can relate to this. I don't know. I doubt you do, because the Hey Joe Show audience, we got some of the greatest students in the history of studentry. I mean, I am on a roll. I don't even know if that's a word tonight. But anyhow, the idea is this. I know that you understand this. You don't get an A on the test if you don't study for the test, or at least pay attention in the class, right? You at least have to pay attention in the class.
I would hope so.
I would hope so too. But the idea behind that is this: then, if you don't study for the test, you don't pay attention in the class, and when the test is given out and you fail the test, you don't have anybody to blame but who?
Yourself.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the person beside you who was not doing very well on the test. See, that's one of the things I wanted to pursue about you, was your integrity and your honesty.
Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So some comments that we've had besides about your
hashtag
beard.
yes for the beard.
We've gotten favorable feedback about loving this theme so much. So actually, that makes me keyword of the night excited because we obviously want to have content that you guys that's going to be purposeful for you all, that's going to make you want to tune in, that might enrich your life, make you help others, and the list can go on and on. So we are very happy to hear that y'all like our season theme, but also just going in line with the thought of pursuing some scripture that's been brought to light are things like Matthew 6:33, but seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added to you. I mean, that's pursuit.
Yeah.
That right there is definitely pursuit. Of course, is showing that you should pursue godly kingdom things.
That's right. And you know what? And I love the idea that somebody in their, when they think about this, they're already going to passages that they know that say, wait a minute, He's been very upfront with the idea that we have to be purposeful in our pursuits.
Yes. I'm sorry, I'm just reading through the comments.
No, you're good.
I am listening to you. I'm a little divided here.
Hey, what we need to do, though, is we don't need to let this get away. We had said that we're going to do the Wheel of Fortunate.
Yes, and actually,
and
we will not be calling that next week. We're going to let Joe have that this week. Okay.
I don't know why we're not. I think we had a business meeting. I took notes. It's on record.
Oh, yeah, it is recorded, huh?
Sorry.
Okay, so actually this is a great segue because one of our listeners, Michaela, said, I saw a quote that said, where everyone is striving for what's not worth having. Sorry, Michaela, I messed up that quote. Rewind. Let me try again. Where everyone is striving for what's not worth having.
Where everyone is striving for what's not worth having.
That's kind of sad.
Which, Michaela, you bring something very interesting to light. What if individuals pursue what they believe is worth pursuing, but at the end of the day, it's like Solomon said, it's all vanity. It's like chasing after the wind.
Yes.
But what's so sad is we got too many people. We could do, and here's the thing. This season, we've got a lot of shows that we're going to do. Well, I'm sorry. I'll help you next week with your microphone, I guess. Which, by the way, do you like the new microphones? We got new microphones. That's all part of the new look. So anyhow, but the idea is this. What do you do when you have fooled yourself? You've convinced yourself that what you're pursuing is worthwhile. That's sad to me, especially if what you're pursuing is not honoring to God.
Absolutely.
Right? And so many of us can do that. We can pursue careers. We can pursue the wrong people, wrong relationships, wrong kind of relationships. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that we can pursue. That doesn't mean that we should pursue it. And it's pretty sad to me when people can convince themselves that what they are pursuing is correct and worthwhile. So great comment, Michaela.
Those of you who are wondering what that segue had to do with anything, it is because she made that comment, and it looks like she's pretty much tied with one other person with the most comments. However, because she also guessed
the theme
so quickly, this spin is for Michaela.
Oh, good job, Michaela. You are the night's winner of the Wheel of Fortunate.
Okay.
Good job.
What we're going to do, in case you don't know how this works, I'll explain. I'm going to spin the wheel, and whatever it lands on, you win that prize.
So what's on here? Because I want everybody who watches this on YouTube and everybody who comes back and watches this later or listens to this, why should they watch it live? What are we giving away?
Well, let me tell you.
Please do.
All right. Let me turn it where I can see it. Okay. Do you want to know everything that's on here?
No,
okay.
Just give a
We've
rundown.
got some Finer Grounds books. I think we have most, if not all, on here.
We even have a wild card.
Children's books. So like Football the Piggy, Petey Makes a Friend, or our brand new one, Every Cake Has a Baker.
Which, by the way, I'm excited to introduce that book to you here on the show. Maybe next week.
Maybe next week. Okay. We also have, what else do we have here? Family devotional set of your choice. Revitalized, perfect homeschool devotional book for families before the start of this new school year. And let's see, we have Everyday Princess, a great teen book for young ladies, written by Sheila Butt. And we've got, it's got a wild card you pick. We have some great choices here. Now, Michaela is so awesome that she has actually purchased a lot of these books from Kyle Publications.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do, Michaela, is if we land on one that you already have, we'll, balloons, confetti, be excited, and then you can message us privately and tell us you already have that one, and we'll swap you out, okay? All right, here we go. Are you ready?
We're ready. I'm pumped.
I feel like we need some background, the music, No, not that. That's the wrong kind of music. Okay, here I go. I've never done this before.
Oh,
Petey Makes a Friend.
Very good.
That is our brand new one of our children's books. So you may very well like that. You might be able to give it to a family member that has a smaller kid. You may want to keep it for yourself. Just message us and let us know.
Yep.
Oh, we should have Petey Makes a Friend so we could show everybody.
Well, we don't tonight, but
tonight,
you can see it on Erin's computer.
Here's Petey.
You see it on the back of her computer.
Cute.
He is our new pal from Jake Sutton and the folks at Piedmont Road Church of Christ. Petey, he's right here. Petey is not a human. He's a human. And there was going to be a series of books out by Jake and his team. And we're excited to be a part of that. That Kyle Publications was invited to be a part of that. So, Michaela, congratulations. And every week, now, this is what I want you to know about the Wheel of Fortunate. And I know what Erin said, but you heard it. We've already had a business meeting. Okay? And so we'll see, hashtag yes for the beard. We'll see if it sticks, and we're sticking with Wheel of Fortunate. But every week we want to give one of these away. So you've tuned in. You've blessed us. You've given us your time tonight. We hope that you've been entertained.
And somebody just made a comment kind of at the end here, and I just want to bring this in because I think this is really good. They said, my husband and I were just talking about this yesterday, the pursuit. Are we making ourselves happy or God happy? So I think that is a great comment to leave on, something that we can think about this week before our next episode about pursuit. Who are we trying to please by what we're pursuing?
I love it.
Thank
are we
you,
about
Brittany.
God or are we about ourselves? See,
I think it was Brittany that said that.
Well, who was it?
I think it was Brittany.
Good job.
Yes, it was. Okay.
What's
I wanted
great?
to thank the right person.
Well, what's great is, you even think about Mary and Martha. Martha was doing some what we would say are good things, but she was pursuing what she thought was valuable. But Jesus, when Martha came and complained about Mary not getting up and doing stuff to help her, Jesus said, Mary, you're so distracted. Martha, you're so distracted. Mary has chosen what is good, what is better. So the idea is this. Sometimes our pursuits, we believe they're good, but in actuality, they are actually not good at all, or they're not the best. Make sense?
Makes sense.
Boom. All right. Hey, we want to thank you for tuning in.
in.
This was awesome. Since Erin opened the show, we're trying to do some new things again. We want to thank everybody at the Light Network.
Hey, and share this, please. Share it with your friends. Let them know what's coming so that they can tune in and, if nothing else, win a prize.
Win a prize off the Wheel of Fortunate. That's right. So also, though, Truth.fm, we want to make sure we give those guys a plug, but also our YouTube channel. I cannot say that enough. If you have not already gone over to YouTube to subscribe to the Hey Joe Show, please do so. There's things that are interesting about the way that videos get seen and the importance of watch time, the importance of subscribers. And so you could actually help us. Go to the Hey Joe Show, look for the logo. You're going to have to do that, and you will be able to find us and subscribe. So I think that's about it. Check us out at KylePublications.org. But y'all have a wonderful night, and we will see you next week. God bless.
Bye.
Please hang up and try again.